Welcome to this edition of the Delmarva Almanac and Arts and Times, Delmarva's quarterly arts magazine and community calendar. This is a great time to go hiking on Delmarva, where eagles are now a common sight. Now that the leaves have begun to fall, it's easier to see them and other raptors like hawks, falcons, and owls. Deer mating season has begun, so rifle season follows beginning the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Be careful where you hike. Avoid posted hunting areas and wear bright-colored clothes. Check with local parks about the safest time to hike. During November's cool, clear weather, the stars really shine brighter in Delmarva's night sky. November 5th and 6th is the peak of the Taurids meteor shower, though those meteors may be harder to see because the moon will be full on the 6th. But 2 weeks later, look for the peak of the Leonids meteor shower on the 17th and 18th. The sky will be a little darker, with a waning moon reaching the new stage on the 22nd. Hurricane season officially ends on November 1st, though we have had tropical storms as late as mid-November. In 1904, during a rare November hurricane, the schooner Robert J. Polson went down a half-mile southwest of Hog Island, Virginia. Also of note in Delmarva history this month, on November 30th, 1782, Hog Island was also the scene of volunteers from Onancock attacking British ships who had been harassing the local fishing fleet. On November 1st, 1864, Maryland slaves were emancipated by that year's state constitution. And November 5th, 1913, is the day that digging began on the Lewis and Rehoboth Canal. Read about other historic Delmarva dates which occurred during this month on our website. In November, there's still much to be done in the Delmarva Garden. Here's Scott Duncan with this month's garden planner.
Did you know that in Maryland, using fertilizer between November 15th and March 1st is now prohibited? The Fertilizer Use Act of 2011 was enacted to help protect the Chesapeake Bay and its tributaries from excessive nutrient runoff. So apply one last layer of your compost and wait until spring to try and feed your soil. Before the ground freezes hard, dig up and store tender bulbs such as elephant ears, begonias, and caladium. Mulch beds with spring bulbs and tender shrubs like rosemary, which can also benefit from being wrapped in burlap before frosts can damage them. After the first hard freeze, cut dead annuals and perennials. Discard any that are diseased and add the rest to the compost pile. Leaves can be helpful mulch for lawns. Rather than raking them up, use your mower to shred them and leave them for the winter. Keep the layer of leaves to about an inch and put the rest of the leaves on flower beds. After the last mowing of the season, clean up your mower and wipe it down with WD-40 to prevent rust during winter storage. If your mower has a battery, remove it and store it in a protected place until the spring. Compost all winter long to have nice soil in the spring. Buy a commercial bin or dedicate an out-of-the-way spot in your yard. You can also dig a trench for winter composting and then use the trench to plant in the spring with a favorite vegetable crop. During cold weather, the composting process slows down, so turn your compost pile every 2 weeks once temperatures are consistently below 50 degrees. If you have a koi pond, clean up leaves and other debris and put a wire cover on it to protect the fish. They will not need to be fed during cold weather. That's it for this month. Find out more about gardening on the Delmarva Almanac website, where you will find links to videos, hardiness maps, and more. Email us with your gardening questions to gardener@delmarvaalmanac.com.
In November, the art scene really heats up. Beginning on November 6th, check out the Mosley Gallery exhibit Eco Art, Intersections of Art, Science, and Activism at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore in Princess Anne. On November 8th, live bands will perform on Snow Hill's historic waterfront at the first annual Rock the River Music Festival. Come hear Opposite Directions, the Matt Watson Band, Juke Joint Johnny, and Johnny Bling. Also on that day is a performance of native dance and music at the Grary Center of Salisbury University by the Nanticoke Indian Dance Group and the drumming circle Red Blanket Singers. Beginning November 14th, don't miss the Waterfowl Festival of Easton. This annual event features decoys, paintings, sculpture, crafts, kids' activity, food, and music. Also that weekend, the Brown Box Theater returns to the Ocean City Arts Center with their performance of the comic play Blue Window. It's about colorful characters before, during, and after a Manhattan dinner party. On November 20th, the annual Winterfest of Lights begins at Northside Park and throughout the town of Ocean City. For the next month and a half, see fabulous lighted exhibits of your favorite fairy tales and bring the kids to meet Santa. On November 28th, it's Holiday Arts Night in downtown Berlin. This kicks off their month-long Victorian Christmas. Stores will have local and regional arts on display, and there will be a tree lighting ceremony with live entertainment. The Saturday after Thanksgiving, November 29th, is Small Business Saturday. The big box stores get all the Black Friday hype, but Delmarva's downtown shops need you and you need them. Why not support local small businesses by buying holiday gifts at a place where you can find something more personal and uniquely Eastern Shore? Every month enjoy a great night out while supporting local arts districts. Galleries and shops stay open late. Opening receptions feature special exhibits and a chance to meet local artists. Often there's free entertainment and snacks. On First Fridays, enjoy receptions at the Ocean City Center for the Arts, or Arts on the River in Snow Hill. On Second Fridays, take your art stroll through downtown Berlin. And on Third Fridays, the place to be is the Downtown Plaza in Salisbury. Other towns with monthly art strolls include Cambridge, Chestertown, Chincoteague, Denton, Easton, Dover, Milford, Millsboro, Onancock, and Rehoboth Beach. Art strolls are definitely a habit worth forming. Pick up the print edition of the Arts and Times calendar, which covers the lower eastern shore of Maryland. You can find it at most galleries and cultural attractions in Somerset, Wycomico, and Worcester counties. Visit artsandtimes.org for details and contact information about all these events and many more, including classes and workshops for people of all ages. In the next clips of this playlist, meet Michelle Green, a plein-air painter whose studio is the wide-open marshland of Delmarva. And hear tales of Snow Hill. Nestled peacefully on the Pocomoke River, Snow Hill has a storied past with some very interesting characters who spent time there. The print publication of Arts and Times and this video are sponsored by Worcester County Tourism. Visit the beach and beyond. Thank you for watching. This has been a Moonshell production.